You are listening to Food Delight on VOV 24/7, the show for all you foodies out there.
On today's Food Delight, we will present a Brazilian dessert called Bolo de Rolo, or roll cake. This is a traditional Brazilian dessert from the state of Pernambuco. The cake dough is made with flour, eggs, butter, and sugar.
Hello guys and girls, on today's Food Delight we're going to present a Brazilian dessert called Bolo de Rolo, which literally means roll cake.
Yeah.
This recipe is from our friend Wagner Dantes, a Brazilian food aficionado whose Vietnamese name is canh or soup in English.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
Yeah? Yeah, now let's listen to what Gardner got to offer for us today.
The roll cake is recognized as a national dish under Brazilian law, and it is in the law of the state of Pernambuco as ordinary law number 379 of 2007 as intangible heritage. That is, this cake is very important for our culture. In fact, the Bolo de Rolo is an adaptation of the Portuguese bridal mattress cake, which is a kind of rolled sponge cake with a nut filling. Upon arriving in Brazil, Portuguese cooks exchanged the stuffing with guava, which is abundant in northeastern Brazil.
Can you guess why this dessert has that name? Easy, right. Just by looking, you can already imagine why. According to Wagner, this is a traditional Brazilian dessert, a cake batter made with flour, eggs, butter, and sugar, usually served with a cup of coffee.
Yeah, Bolo de Rolo is a dessert that everyone loves for breakfast or afternoon snack. Incredibly quick and easy to make, and always a hit with children and adults. Who doesn't like a little cake to sweeten life, right?
It looks great. And here is the recipe. So you can make this easy dessert at home. And of course, it won't come from a Brazilian.
In a mixer, put the sugar, butter, and salt, beat on medium speed for 3 minutes. Add the eggs, one by one, and beat until smooth. Lower the speed, add the wheat flour, and mix. Spread the dough on 4 baking sheets of sponge cake, 40 centimeters by 30 centimeters, greased with butter and sprinkled with wheat flour. Bake in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 5 minutes. Then remove from the oven and fill with a thin layer of guava. Loosen the edges with a small knife. Roll quickly. Place the roll on the other dough with the thin layer of guava and wrap it. Repeat this process for 2 more times until you form a roll with about 6 centimeters in diameter. Sprinkle crystal sugar and serve cut into thin slices.
Pay special attention to the temperature of the oven. It must be preheated. Avoid overcooking, as it is a very thin dough, so if the temperature is too high, it looks like a biscuit and you can't roll it. As soon as it's ready, the dough should be immediately removed from the oven. This makes it easier for it not to dry out and can be rolled up without difficulty.
Okay, noted. So, Kang, do you have any other tips for this dessert?
Yes, you need to be careful with the filling, as the dough is very thin. Be careful not to overdo the filling, because in addition to the cake cracking, you risk becoming too sweet and sickening. The best thing is to obtain a filling with a creamy texture, so as not to break the dough or be left with a runny filling at the ends.
Another tip is after it's ready, cover the roll cake with a towel and wait for it to cool.
The roll cake can be served with a cup of coffee without too much sugar because the cake is already sweet. In northeastern Brazilian culture, it is always good to have a roll cake ready at home to receive a friend and chat about life.
Try it, guys. Who knows? You'll master it. And we would love to hear your opinion and your thoughts on the roll cake recipe. Follow us on Facebook fan page, VOV5 English Service, or send an email to englishsection@vov.vn. Happy cooking!